Ship's clear and the sky is calling to us.
Oh my god, I thought he was gonna crash in there. Oh my god, that came so close to hitting the fucking tower.
Orbital insertion complete. You may now move freely about the cabin.
You hold something you have no right to. My people have killed for less. But I will offer you one chance to hand over the artifact and turn away from this path.
Oh, that's not any type of ship I recognize.
Identify yourselves.
The fact that you do not know says much. We are the Starborn, and you are unworthy to possess the artifacts.
Ridiculous. You have no right to dictate what we can or cannot do with the artifacts.
Tell us, please. What are the artifacts? What are they for? Did you make them? What gives you more right to them than humanity?
Answering your questions is exactly what we cannot allow. Abandon your thirst for knowledge, or drown in it.
At least tell us more about who you are.
The more you understand, the more damage you will do.
How could just knowing what you are be dangerous?
Our distance from you is the whole point. We interfere now because we must.
I'm not liking what I'm seeing on the scans. Energy output from that ship is far above the normal range. If we spin up the grav drive now, we have a chance.
I'm going to jettison the artifact. They can have it. What? Yeah. Full evasive maneuvers. Let's get out of here.
We'll get through this. Hold on.
Is there anywhere in particular we're going to? Okay, I guess you can grav jump out of a location during combat.
I don't know about you, but I've never heard of these.
You're entering United Colony
It
space.
never gets
Maintain
old.
course and prepare to be scanned.
It's an overdrive. We need to regroup at the lodge
Scan complete.
immediately.
Go ahead
Tell
and land.
Noel to analyze the data off the ship's sensors. Everyone's going to want to weigh in on this.
Absolutely. We have much to discuss.
Alright, so I guess that's the first real introduction to them. The most concerning part is that they are definitely at our level. Like, they probably would have killed us if we tried to fight them.
Can't think of a better place to recharge and ready ourselves for our next mission.
Informal greeting, but I am dissatisfied with the results.
There's everybody.
Talk to me.
How is Neon? Are you okay?
Have any strange ships appeared in orbit?
No.
I need you to look at the... We were attacked. We need to hold an emergency meeting.
Wait, what happened? Who was after you?
Take a look at the ship's sensor data. I think everybody needs to see this.
All right, I'll start transferring the data over now. Let me just bring it up on here at the table.
Oh, you can do that?
Is that a prototype? No, that material isn't anything we... What the... Everyone, come take a look at this.
That's no faction vessel or Crimson Fleet. Secret military tech, maybe?
No United Colonies Admiral approved that starship design.
They call themselves the Starborn. Demanded we hand over the artifact. Like we were children, playing with their parents' things.
What do people know? Any offshoot groups go by that name?
None in any corner of the settled systems I've seen. Maybe a distant human colony finally popping its head up? Another house for Rune?
I very much doubt that.
We ignoring the obvious here? A heretofore unknown group who just happens to know about the artifacts. I'm just gonna say it. Intelligent alien life, or extra-dimensional beings. The original creators from the furthest fringes of space.
Or beyond even that. Is the metaphor of avenging angels coming down to keep humanity from forbidden knowledge not apt here?
So, we have a lot of theories, but nothing concrete. Except that they're after the artifacts, and they're willing to take them by force.
I'm with Sam, it could easily be human. Everyone has a valid theory. We'll find the answers together.
You do have a way with words.
I knew our little family was gaining a class act when I shoved that artifact in your hands.
Noel, start analyzing all the data from the ship sensors. The gravitational wave they caused, scans of their weapons, shields, everything. We're in the dark. We need to learn anything about them we can, including some way to fight them if necessary. Until then, we stay the course, collect the artifacts. It's even more important now that an intelligence we don't know or understand is looking for them.
Shouldn't we try to locate the Starborn? See if they'll talk.
That ship could be anywhere in deep space. Even if we got lucky, a single grav jump and we'd lose them.
Yeah. Agreed. The only way we learn more is to keep going.
All we can do is be more cautious, but we are not stopping. This could end up being a race we don't want to lose. Vladimir, has the Eye picked up anything new?
Some glints of shine in the dark. Ready to hand them out as soon as you please.
All right. Good luck, everyone. And be careful out there.
Ask if you've got questions. You're doing great out there.
Back, eh? How's it going? Take care of yourself.
I can't
You
even
need
talk
something?
to Sam.
Yeah, I was done too.
It's been quieter around here ever. Stay safe, okay?
Alright, clearly no one has anything to say.
I'd like to talk to you about something when you have the chance.
Everyone's got something to add now, it would seem. Well, Walter had to talk, so... So, about that Sebastian Banks speech.
Oh, right. I was afraid you were going to bring that up again. Very well. Let's see if I embarrass myself or not. My colleagues, I venture out into the darkness of space once again. Many of you have expressed concern. At my age, you say, surely the risks are too great. Surely Sebastian Banks has earned a rest. Nonsense, I say. To go out into the unknown, to brave the possibility of never coming back, to ignite the spark of hope that humanity will find answers out there in the stars, that is all I have ever wanted. If this last expedition is my time, then I say, I have been fortunate. I have been fortunate to leave, surrounded by people who could not be more different from one another, but who share a common purpose. That, dare I say, I am fortunate my soul has a home it can always come back to. And that was the last thing Sebastian Banks ever said in the lodge before he disappeared. And Constellation has been waiting for him to come home ever since.
Huh. You okay after that ambush by the Starborn?
Not my first time in a hostile negotiation, as you well know. Admittedly, I usually know more about who I'm facing off against. I'm very interested in what Noel can learn from the scans. The technology on that ship was impressive, to say the least. If there's a chance, we could learn enough to duplicate some of it.
Yeah, there's the entrepreneur I know.
I got to where I am by taking advantage of opportunities, no matter where I find them. Might as well make the most of this crazy situation.
I was wondering if you had any more work for me.
I want you to know I was very impressed with your work back on Neon.
It was nothing I couldn't handle.
I'm beginning to wonder if there's anything you can't handle. I'd like to test that theory. My Star Yard's been having a little trouble getting our next project off the ground. I need someone capable and decisive to step in and steer it in the right direction. Interested?
Aren't you usually more involved in major company decisions like this?
As you know, I'm a busy man, running a company, helping to manage Constellation's financial needs. It doesn't leave me with much time to get into the weeds with every little business venture that comes my way. Besides, think of this as a rare opportunity to help shape the future of a major consumer brand.
Well, you're gonna need to tell me more than that.
Of course, now that I know you're interested. It's a new ship. We want to diversify our fleet. Now, I don't know why the people I pay very handsomely to come up with new designs can't seem to get out of the R&D phase. And frankly, I don't care. I just want someone, you, to go there and show them how it's done.
Why is the project stalling in research and development?
R&D needs to happen first whenever work starts on a new project. It's a natural stalling point since we need to make so many big decisions. In this case, we're talking about looking at our existing fleet of ships and using data we've gathered to see what consumers want. But of course, each member of the R&D team can interpret that data to suit their own confirmation bias. I'm guessing that's what we're seeing here.
You really want my help, even though I'm not a professional ship designer.
To be honest, I prefer it. I have professional designers, and obviously they can't do the job. They're floundering. And as I've seen firsthand, you dabble in all spectrums. Blue-collar work, exploration, fighting. I could go on. What better person to tell those overpaid muckety-mucks how to build a ship for the discerning consumer?
All right. You can count on me.
Excellent. I'll send word ahead to the project lead, Jules Degante, that you're taking point. They'll all be instructed to listen to you and follow your direction. I expect big things from you, so I'm excited to see what you manage to deliver. I don't believe you'll let me down.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the way you handle things, not bad. Not bad. Next time.
This is all exciting, but there's really a lot of pressure on us, isn't there? We have to get this right.
You really think the Starborn could be something like avenging angels?
There's certainly precedent, isn't there? We've been operating for a while now on the fringes of what humans, know and understand. Why rule anything out? I just think we should be open-minded, keep everything on the table.
I'm gonna be honest. Angels probably wouldn't need spaceships.
I did say it was a metaphor, didn't I? Never meant it to be taken completely literally, but you never know. Maybe they appeared in a form we're familiar with. It's the argument I have with Walter every other week. Science and reason have their place, but so does faith. We have all of them at our disposal, and I don't for 1 second believe they're mutually exclusive.
Huh.
Good luck!
Vladimir?
Oh, sorry. Was doing the tallies work in my head. Inventory on the station, next supply run. You had a hell of a shake, getting bullied in the void. Starborn sure know how to make an entrance. Ready to head back out there? The Eye can help you find the artifacts, but I'm afraid she's blind to our new competitor.
How many more artifacts you think are out there?
No telling the exact number, but they're getting harder to find. Got some equipment, repairs, and upgrades on the making-do list. The Eye's straining to her limits these days.
Well, I'm ready. Give me any data on the artifacts you have.
Double-check the safety and locks wherever you go, okay? Exploration's dangerous, even without some nefarious group trying to kill you.
RNA-5 and Dalvik.
Good luck out there on the fringe.
What's your take on the Starborn?
Find myself thinking of the fleet. You know you can take a mark, you don't open comms. It's all storm and fire and sifting the wreckage after it's over. But if you're not so sure, you play the bully's gambit. Hope they don't challenge the threats you throw at them. Sound familiar?
Maybe they just wanted to avoid unnecessary violence.
Maybe. All the worse for us, not knowing their intent. A striker lurking in the shadows has good reason to hide. Won't be easy to drag them into the light.
Oh, I got some survey data for you.
And the darkness gets lit just a candle more.
Quite a few. I was hoping you could point me to another artifact temple.
Been poring over the charts, looking for another match. Think this one might just be it.
Okay. Where'd what's-her-name go?
Hello, Captain Howell. Hello. I am satisfied to see that you survived your most recent sleep cycle.
Are there any known records on these so-called Starborn?
Although my database of human history is not fully complete, it is quite extensive. At this time, I am unable to locate any valid references. Given the unusual nature of the encounter, it is reasonable to surmise that any earlier occasions would have been documented. One explanation is that this is the first time they have been discovered. An alternate explanation is that prior encounters resulted in 0 survivors to document the experience.
That's really comforting, Vasco. That's
I
great.
detect a discrepancy between your words and tone, commonly known as sarcasm, one of Barrett's frequent choices in communication. If this analysis is in error, please let me know, and I will update my database. I will await your next order here.
What did you want to talk about? Hi there. How's it going? Come back soon. I like talking to my friends.
She's got nothing else to say. I haven't seen Cora in a hot minute. I don't know where she is. Who? Oh, that's Andreja? Okay, so this is her room.
You have my attention. Is that
Never
it,
mind.
then?
Yeah, go back to bed. You got nothing to say. It's kind of harsh, but it's true.
Ever since I got here, this has felt like home. These people are family. I hope it feels that way for you too.
Any thoughts on the Starborn?
You mean what could be the biggest discovery in the history of humanity? Yeah, I've got some thoughts. Scans are still inconclusive, but I think we've seen enough to know that we're dealing with something potentially even more unusual than the artifacts. There are so many questions beyond just who are they? How did they find you? How do they know about the artifacts? Why has no one ever seen them before?
Don't worry. We'll get answers.
They did openly threaten you, as I understand it. I'd say that's something to worry about. It was one thing when this was just about us investigating the artifacts. A weird phenomenon that didn't come with creepy threats or questions about aliens or whatever it is that's going on now. I know we'll figure it all out in the end. It's just kind of a lot right now. See you later.
Yeah, it is kind of spooky. I will say that. Definitely very sketchy. Yeah, I don't see Cora anywhere. Where is she?
Feel free to help yourself at the bar. I don't drink, but I feel like if I did, now would be a good time for one.
Okay, dude.
Good day, Cap.
Does Sarah have anything to say
Happy
about
to
it?
listen. Of course not, my love.
Oh, why are these still highlighted?
Absolutely. Sona is clever, and she's proven that she can tackle anything life throws in her path. You can rest assured that she will get the best education and care that Constellation can possibly provide. You know,
I feel like we've heard
Sona
this.
and I share an interesting bond. We both survived on that inhospitable world, and it drastically altered our lives. Most importantly, though, I'm certain we're both stronger after the experience.
Are you seeing that too? Her neck? Is that a scar, or is that just, like, fucked up textures? Because this is the first time ever noticing it. Huh.
There was a particular someone, but as I rose in... By the time I...
Drifted away. Yeah.
As you might have guessed, I tend...
Yeah, okay, we've heard all of that
Very
before.
well.
That's all.
Next time, then. Hope
Yeah,
we can
that's
talk
it.
later.
Sure. Interesting.
Evening, sir.
Not really a whole lot going on there. I suppose we can carry on, because now what? We've got further into the unknown, more artifacts, and power from beyond. Large anomaly on a distant planet that matches the artifacts. So, I think I'm probably going to call it here. But we also have literally all of these quests to do on Voli. So we're probably gonna go do all of that real quick. We're gonna go do all of that. It's funny how they even have structures all the way out there. And they're all just like farms. They're all just farms just outside of New Atlantis. It's so bizarre. We're gonna go back to Neon. Oh, wait. Mission activities, talk with Sarah Morgan. I guess there is still more to be said. I knew she'd have something to talk about. Where is she? Where'd she go? Oh, she's in the bed.
I wanted to talk to you, but honestly, I don't know where to begin. The Starborn's technology is simply astonishing. It's just almost too much to process.
I wasn't really that impressed. So you've never encountered anything like them before?
Of course not. No one has. If an encounter with this level of importance had occurred in the past, I assure you that Constellation would be well acquainted with it.
Well, you seem pretty shaken up about the whole thing.
Yes, I suppose I am. But you can hardly blame me, can you? You do understand the significance of this encounter, don't you? This is humankind's first contact with what I believe is an alien race. A race with technology that could be far superior to our own. Oh, we could learn so much from them.
You think they'd be willing to teach us?
The way they behaved, I'd say that's not very likely. If we are to learn anything from the Starborn, we're going to have to take the initiative ourselves.
You sound afraid.
I wouldn't say I was afraid. More like approaching the situation with caution. Can't be a coincidence that these Starborn suddenly appeared after your experience at that temple. We know they're here to lay claim to the artifacts, but what's their true motivation? What aren't they telling us?
I worry that they're here to destroy us. I'm hoping that we can come to some sort of understanding with them.
I feel exactly the same way. But it certainly sounded like they weren't willing to work with us at all. Damn. Oh, if only we knew more about the Starborn. What their species is like, where they're from, how they're able to speak our language. I feel like a cadet on my very first day aboard a spaceship. My mind is absolutely swimming with questions.
They're clearly some type of alien. I think they're angels. I think they're time travelers. Yeah, that couldn't be more closer to what's actually happening. I think they're time travelers.
No, not time travelers. I don't think the science is there to support that theory. Their name alone, Starborn. There's some type of hidden meaning there. Something that feels very old, perhaps even ancient. Whatever the case may be, I can assure you that Constellation intends to get to the bottom of this mystery.
If you had to guess, why do you think they call themselves Starborn?
I'm not really sure. Scientifically speaking, we're all born from the stars. Most of the chemical components of our body, carbon, oxygen, sulfur, are exactly the same as those manufactured by internal stellar reactions. Now, ask someone like Matteo the same question, and he'd probably give a more theological answer. But hey, it's all a guessing game anyway.
Well, we should make every effort we can to learn more about these things.
Exactly. We must use all of the tools at our disposal to learn more about the Starborn and their connection to the artifacts.
I'll be there to help you every step of the way.
Thank you. I really appreciate your support right now. You know, it's funny. When I was a little girl, I'd lay on the ground and stare up at the stars. I was absolutely convinced they held a secret. I'd remain there for hours in silence, eyes closed, listening, waiting for the secret to be whispered in my ear. This encounter with the Starborn is that moment to me. The stars are finally whispering, and I need to hear what they have to say.
I am up either like, shut up. Shut the fuck up. The worst. What are you expecting to learn?
Truthfully, I haven't the slightest idea. But just the thought that any of the secrets of the universe could be revealed from the Starborn is terribly exciting.
Well, I have a few things I'd like to whisper in your ear right now.
Although I'm flattered that you think of me that way, there's a time and a place for that sort of talk. This is definitely not one of them. Well then, I've certainly wasted enough of your valuable time. Just do be careful if you cross paths with these Starborn in the future. I wouldn't want to lose one of the most valuable members of Constellation.
Yeah, she's clearly not... Watch this.
You, have a med pack? Oh, I think I might have pulled something.
So, yeah, there's clearly a time and a place for that sort of thing. Fucks, not 2 seconds afterwards. So there's some narrative dissonance there for you. They clearly did not expect you to be in a relationship with Sarah at this point in the game. They somehow had it covered the last conversation we had, but this time...
Glad to see you again.
This time they didn't. Which is kind of odd.
If it's one of your deepest, darkest secrets.
Like, I don't really understand how that changed.
I have no idea how badly I needed to hear those words. I love you.
Right, and we get this, and it's like,
Don't
bro,
stay
what?
away too long.
What the fuck even, you know? I don't know. Just some dumb narrative dissonance crap. But let us, well, for one, gonna exit the
let
ship.
Me know
we're gonna.
if we're going to head into the well, so I can watch your back.
Anything I can help you
Let
with?
me
You should inspect your ship for heat leeches
swap
every couple
ships. Well,
Sure
yeah,
thing.
please repair my ship. I'm just looking at places where adjustments could be made to my ships if need be. But I'm also trying to pick out what ship I should be using next. But honestly, I'm probably just going to go back to this because it carries the most stuff. Carries the most stuff, and I like looking at it. It's a nice looking ship. Look at that, it's huge. It's so big. Yeah, I guess that's probably end it there. Next time we pick up, we will more than likely be doing a whole lot of neon stuff. Because we're gonna take Andrasia. We're gonna take Barrett. And we're gonna take Sam. It's all the way down here. Never mind. I can only have 3 people, that's right. If I want to have more, I have to have Sarah on the ship or something like that. Oh well, oh well. Good enough for now. Good enough for now. But I'm definitely gonna call it here. I hope you all enjoyed. That was definitely quite the journey. Oh, now everyone wants to talk. I fucking called Sarah. She fell asleep with the tablet on again. Disappointing. Alright. Everyone seems to want to talk. Let's just get it over with. Where is everybody?
Sure. I've got a minute.
Andreja?
Never would I have imagined to encounter something like these Starborn. Now I feel that rather than having answers, we only have more questions.
Oh, Andreja has the weird texture problem too. So I'm wondering if whatever the latest update was just kind of messed something up, because I haven't really been talking to characters lately. We shouldn't be that surprised. It's really incredible, isn't it?
Yes, by any meaning of the word. Regardless of how impossible they may have seemed before now, I must say that I do not like being threatened by anyone.
Well, they're clearly trying to scare us away from something.
If so, what would that be? Clearly, these Starborn are connected to the artifacts, which would mean that they are also connected to that temple you found. Did they make these things? Have they appropriated them? This all implies there is something more, something we do not yet understand.
You're not worried, are you?
I am never worried. Cautious, perhaps. It has always been necessary to prepare for the unexpected. This is just a bit more unexpected than usual. It seems to be how things go here in Constellation.
Well, we need to find more artifacts. They're the only lead we have.
You are right. And it would seem that if we do, we may well cross paths with these Starborn again. We will need to be on our guard from now on. They seem to know much about us. Perhaps we can learn about them to make it even. We should return to our search then. There's still so much to do.
Does Barrett have anything to say?
I have to talk about the Starborn. Do you have a second? You do, right?
Yeah, I want to talk about it too.
Right? How could we not talk about it for the rest of our lives? It could be the dawn of a new era of humanity. Or it could be an elaborate prank or any number of mundane explanations.
It's time travelers, for sure.
I didn't detect any localized time distortion, which isn't required for that hypothesis, but... Oh, yeah? Joking. I knew that. Jeez. We just need more data. There has to be a way to draw them out and figure out where they're coming from.
Well, we know they wanted the artifact. That has to be significant. I'm sure they'll be happy to do an interview next time.
We're going to need a way to find them again, or lure them. This could be a turning point for humanity, you know? Or it could be just the emergence of a powerful new faction, or some sort of elite military tech, or a gazillionaire with nothing else to do. All we know is that they wanted that artifact badly.
Like, what the fuck is this? Doesn't matter why they wanted it.
It's possible we've misinterpreted their actions or that they were under duress. We should remain cautious with them, but I think we should leave the door open to communication.
We need to know what their motives are.
Agreed. That is going to require more observations, more encounters with them. And who knows? Maybe we'll never see them again.
Maybe. Yeah, who knows? Okay, if I assign Sarah to the ship... Oh, where is she? Oh, right, she's asleep. I forgot, yeah, she's sleeping with the tablet on. Oh no, here she is, here she is.
Important or not, I'm ready to listen. It was nice talking to you again.
Is there a helicopter out flying in the middle of the night? What the hell?
Is something amiss? Finally, I've been waiting.
Good luck, Andreja. If the concept of luck is something that you believe in, of course.
Luck will not be necessary, but thank you just the same.
It's almost like there's just a hint of Sarah being a complete asshole. Whenever she says something like that, I just can't shake it. Alright, so now we got Sam on the ship. Let me sit and wait for like an hour so that he actually shows up or whatever. Where are the damn bedrooms? Am I going crazy? I feel like... Okay, now it says talk with Sam. So he probably only just got in the ship.
Is there a way to
There's
go faster
Cora.
than the speed of light? Read any good books lately?
I hope you're not worried about these Starborn.
Worried? No, I think it's fascinating. I know they maybe seem scary at first, but what if it's just a threat display? You know, how lots of species will puff themselves up or show off their teeth and growl to scare off anything they don't like.
You think it's just for show?
I don't know. I'm just a kid. I just thought maybe we shouldn't assume the worst.
I don't know, I'm just a fucking kid. Well, it makes for bad first impressions.
Yeah, but all sorts of people say my dad makes a bad impression, and he gets by just fine. Sure sounds like we haven't seen the last of them, so I guess we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I guess.
Bye!
The city meant to
He's like...
inspire or intimidate? Perhaps it depends on your reason for being here.
You keep installing new cool things in your ship. It's like Christmas every day.
Okay, now he's on the ship. I guess he spawned in on the ground
I
or
don't know about
something.
you, but a fella could do a lot worse in Constellation. Late at night in dive bars. Sometimes the old-timers share stories. About things they've seen that they just couldn't explain. Ghost stories, if you will. I've heard of things like the Starborn before. But they're real. Honest to God real.
The universe is vast. It's arrogant to think we've seen it all.
But you carry on for centuries of exploration, And you can fool yourself into thinking you got it all figured out. Clearly we don't. So the obvious question is, what the hell are they? Everyone's gonna be thinking aliens, but maybe not. Their ships were incredible, but they still felt like ships. They had engines, weapons, I think I even made out a grav drive. If they were really alien, I would just expect it to be more alien, you know? I mean, it could be some secret Freestar Varun or UC tech, but I don't know.
You really think one of the factions could have technology like that?
I mean, anything's possible. But if someone, anyone, had that much of an edge on the others, the whole balance of power would shift, right? It'd be one hell of a conspiracy to keep it quiet. An even greater amount of restraint to keep it in your back pocket.
Yeah, they didn't feel exceptionally alien.
Exactly. I'm gonna throw out another wild stab in the dark theory. Maybe they're from outside our known systems. Here's the hypothetical. Centuries ago, some brainiac scientists decide to play settler. But they go way, way beyond any place we've ever been to set up stakes. Once they get there, they make a few lucky breakthroughs, and their science just snowballs from there. I could see them getting further, faster, and hence become the Starborn.
That's definitely a theory.
How non-committal of you. One way or the other, we are not alone. And that's... that's both exciting and terrifying.
Alright. Okay, I think that's it. I think everyone's said their fill. We can finally carry on back to Voli. So, I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next episode. If the game doesn't crash, holy shit, did you see how long that took? God damn. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next episode. Goodbye.